Atan Maht, the Margrave of Erasure, stands as a towering and formidable hive knight within the ranks of the Lucent Brood, a faction loyal to the cunning Savathun, the Witch Queen. This imposing warrior emerges as the central antagonist in the heroic iteration of the Witch's ritual public event, set within the eerie, otherworldly expanse of Savathun's throne world. Known for his brute strength and relentless aggression, Atan Maht is a champion of the Hive's dark cause, tasked with defending the twisted sanctity of his mistress's domain against any who dared challenge her reign. To face Atan Maht, Guardians must first bide their time in the Fluorescent Canal, a hauntingly beautiful region of Savathun's throne world where the Witch's ritual public event periodically unfolds. The event begins with the arrival of two blistered wizards, powerful Hive sorcerers whose defeat is the key to unlocking the next phase. Once those foes fall, a shimmering portal rips open in the fabric of reality, unleashing a flood of Hive enemies, thrall, acolytes, and worse into the fray. To summon Atan Maht, players must elevate the encounter to its heroic difficulty. This requires a coordinated effort. Guardians must stand on a designated plate scattered across the area, lowering the arcane shields that protect two glowing crystals from flanking the battlefield. Destroying these crystals disrupts the portal's stability, causing it to collapse briefly before surging back to life with a deeper, more ominous hum. From this renewed gateway strides Atan Maht, flanked by a retune of Hive reinforcements ready to crush any opposition. Atan Maht enters the fight wielding a boomer, a signature Hive weapon that hurls devastating arc projectiles across the battlefield. These energy blasts rain down with lethal precision, forcing Guardians to stay on the move or risk being obliterated by the barrage. Should any warrior venture too close, the Margrave unleashes a brutal counterattack, slamming his massive fist into the ground. This seismic strike sends a shockwave rippling outward, dealing significant damage to those caught in its radius and hurling them back with bone, rattling force. The attack serves as both a warning and a display of his raw physical power, a reminder of the Hive's unrelenting savagery. Despite his imposing presence, Atan Maht relies heavily on the support of his minions. Throughout the battle, he summons wave after wave of Hive reinforcements to overwhelm his foes. Among these are hulking revenant ogres, towering monstrosities whose ground-shaking roars and devastating eye-beams add a layer of chaos to the encounter. Thrall swarm in drove, their claws slashing at anything within reach, while acolytes provide cover fire with their shredders. This constant influx of enemies ensures that Guardians must divide their attention, balancing the need to whittle down Atan Maht's health with the pressing demand to clear the battlefield of his allies. For all his ferocity, Atan Maht possesses a critical weakness. He lacks any notable defensive abilities. Unlike some Hive commanders who cloak themselves in shields or regenerate their vitality, the Margrave stands exposed, his resilience tied solely to the sheer bulk and chaos sown by his reinforcements. A well-coordinated fireteam armed with sufficient firepower, be it a barrage of heavy weapons, a storm of grenades, or the searing light of a super, can bring him down with relative ease, provided they remain vigilant against the surrounding threats. Precision shots to his head stagger him momentarily, offering brief windows to deal concentrated damage before he recovers and retaliates with renewed fury.